Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to easily defeat Roland Venture Crabitalist in Another Crab's Treasure. So this is not the easiest boss to beat, but I'm going to be showing you a pretty good strategy. Now this fight is pretty fun because the parry timing is relatively decent in this, so you get your riposte off after the parry, and you can quite easily break his posture, so I'd recommend going for that. Using the Mantis Punch will take out a good chunk of his posture, so that's one of the most recommended, I would say, for this fight. And you can use it anytime to see how much posture damage it deals. You can use it any time to build up a good amount of it to get some critical hits off. And if you don't have the critical hit feature yet, I would recommend using the skill points to go and get that, because it is worthwhile having for the extra amount of damage that you're going to do. Now, one of the best strategies is to stick close to him, because if you go a little bit too far, he starts to go into a bunch of other attacks that are not so fun to deal with. So sticking pretty close and dodge rolling towards him will help you avoid most of the attacks. When he goes into this rolling attack, you can actually just go in your shell to avoid it altogether, so I'd recommend just sticking in your shell for those. Now, that was my first time getting hit by him, and it's a quite easy encounter if you know the timing of the attacks off. Sometimes you do get greedy though, like with that one there. You can also use your hooks to be able to pull him out of the posture broke stance and get some extra hits in, so I'd recommend that. And also you can use it as a good opportunity to heal, so if there's any time that you need to heal, that's one of the best ways to do it, is after a critical hit. And he'll also get pulled out of his spinning attack if you're to use the Mantis Punch, so I recommend using that. Now, these little balls that are in this area don't really last that long, but you can kind of jump up onto some of the areas here. I was not having the best luck there trying to get off, but stick away from the edges as much as possible, because you can get stuck there relatively easily. And there is a thimble there with the Fortify skill, which will block the next 3 attacks. So I'd recommend using that too if you're finding that you're getting stuck in terms of the damage that you're dealing. He will bounce off a lot of these here, making this a much easier attempt to deal with if you're up near the top of the arena. So I try to pull him towards that way as much as possible. You can also use the hook lines there to get a couple extra hits in. And for most attacks, I recommend dodge rolling towards him, but for some of them you can dodge roll away, and that's kind of the best way of dealing with it. When he does the cane pokes, I would dodge roll back. But you can just see there the effects of using the critical strike whenever he gets knocked down, posture broken. That is really the best way to deal with this boss, because he is relatively easy to deal with. I don't love that attack that he does there. It's best to just dodge roll away from that one. You can pull out the parries as well, as the parrying will work, because he has the multiple attacks there, so you can break posture pretty easily if you feel confident with it. But I just prefer to stick away, because his hits are pretty powerful. So yeah, my shell is broken there. Never run around without your shell, because he does have some attacks that will one-shot you if you don't pay attention, so you do need a shell for the purposes of this boss fight. But when you get down to the last bit of health, it may be tempting to try and go in and get some cheap shots off on him, but it's better to play it safe with Roland the Venture Crabitalist in Another Crab's Treasure. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below.